direct your comments to the board as a whole, not as an individual. We ask that you limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. The purpose to speak may be interrupted, revoked, or recess of the meeting may be called by the chair if the speaker does not observe reasonable prolonged or comment. And Ms. Johnson, first.
My name is Susanne Johnson. I'm a district parent, resident, taxpayer, and voter. It was great hearing about the great things from the students and teachers. Now I'll turn to some of the less admirable things happening in this district. I will continue to shine a light on those things that the school district is attempting to hide to cover their own misdeeds instead of acting on behalf of what's best for the students and taxpayers. Let's start with the statement that the meeting chair just read before public comment that says, please direct your comments to the board as a whole and not individual board members. This violates First Amendment rights to free speech and the right to petition the government, including school boards, for a redress of grievances. Further, the inconsistent application of this rule is mutual discrimination, a further violation of constitutional rights. Meeting chairs have also demonstrated viewpoint discrimination when they allow some to interrupt meetings to speak from the audience and not others. These violations can be quite costly to the district. Pennsbury School District paid $300,000 in attorney's fees and nominal damages in similar circumstances when they had to settle the Marshall versus Musso lawsuit. When are you going to cease this unconstitutional directive for public comment? And will the meeting chairs be personally liable if they continue this discrimination and by inconsistently applying rules? You shouldn't expect the taxpayers to foot the bill for your illegal actions. After stock and later legal charges were conspicuously missing from the December and January general fund statement, I'm seeing charges totaling over $11,460 for February with a correct description of miscellaneous legal expenses. This break in legal billing is concerning, given that it follows an employee that resigned in November, filing a right to know request in December, and appealing in January when the district refused to intervene on behalf of her child's account being hacked by an internal school device. It gives the appearance that the school district is trying to delay the disclosure of legal charges at the taxpayer's expense, encouraged due to school leaders' misdeeds. This school board and administration do not adhere to your own policies. Per Board Policy 300 on unlawful harassment, it shall be the policy of this district to maintain an employment environment which harassment of any board is not tolerated. According to Board Policy 11 on board governance and standards of codes of conduct, you each are responsible for, quote, leading with respect and taking full responsibility for board activity and behavior, and engaging all community stakeholders to encourage input and support for the school system. Further, this policy indicates that you will not use your position as school directors to benefit yourselves or any individual or agency. LESD administrators and the school board as a whole, with the exception of Mr. Sullivan, have enabled Janell Ressler to abuse her position on the school board to harass me and others in this community. You all have directly supported her action and or indirectly supported this by failing to hold her accountable. Several community members have come to me and directly shared with me that she has also harassed their families for her position on this board and youth sports, including the former employee who filed a right to know appeal after resigning in November. It shouldn't be any surprise that bullying is a problem in our school district when the adults are setting this example. Let's refer to the advice from the Stop Out Bullying campaign. Bystanders are those who witness bullying in action but do and say nothing to change or stop it, sending a message to the bully that what they are doing is acceptable. That also means that you are part of the problem and not the solution. Fear of retaliation or exclusion may be preventing you from taking steps to help. Actively speaking out against bullying takes courage and leadership. To be an upstander, you must take action to tell the bully to stop and get others to stand up to the bullying. Be a leader and do the right thing to set an appropriate example for the students in this district. Last election, the community voted for change and 7 new board members were seated, which brought all kinds of chaos but not positive change. All but one board member has consistently approved new spending measures, and then with the upcoming elections, feign surprise when faced with potential increases, even those who aren't up for re-election because they don't want to lose the majority vote. Despite campaign promises, you attempt to suppress transparency as required by the PA Sunshine Act and free speech as guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution. I will set the right example for my child and others in this district to stand up for what's right and speak out when officials are using taxpayer funds to foot legal bills and enable Janell Ressler to harass me and others in this community.